Alright, Shalom. Yeah, alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna just get into a topic of today. Today's topic is prejudice and racism in the Bible. Because many people treat racism as being a bad thing, but for us in these last days, it's really good. So the first scripture. Now, actually, you know what? First, in a dictionary, can someone find the definition of the word racism? If anyone could, the definition of the word racism.
Racism, discriminatory or abuse behavior towards members of another race.
Yeah. So that means now that's people that are against another race. Is there another definition on that? Or? Okay. Well, what you do is, if you look up in a older dictionary, it has a more better definition, which means you are for your people. So now there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the racism. Just as blacks, Hispanics, we're not racist enough. So now the first scripture, get me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
All right, so we are an holy people unto the Lord thy God. What does the word holy mean?
That's special.
No, you don't know. Special. Yes, that's right. So the word holy means to be a separate people. Continue reading.
Above all that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So right there, that's a racist statement right there. So now some people may say, well, God made everybody. A Christian might have a hard time trying to accept that part there. So if you could get me Deuteronomy chapter 26 and verse 18 in the same book, it's going to expound on it again.
Deuteronomy 26 verse 18. And the Lord have avouched thee this day to be his particular people.
No,
peculiar. And the Lord have avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people, as he promised thee, and that thou shouldest keep all his commandments.
Yeah, so the Most High chose us to be his peculiar people, and that we should keep his commandments. So now, after everyone understands his commandments, now this is very key for us, so that the standard that the Most High has raised us that he has raised us upon, and that we should keep these commandments. Next verse.
Verse 19. And to make thee above all nations which he hath made.
Which he have what?
Which he hath made.
Yes, yeah. The Most High did make him everybody another. So people say, well, God made everybody. Yes, so the Most High made everyone, and still He's put these people high above so now that's something that we should know. Imagine if all of us knew that we was above everybody else in this world. We would come back to another, start having this hate for one another. Of course, keep these laws, statutes, and these commandments. Continue reading on that.
In praise and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be unto the Lord thy God, as he has spoken.
Yes, so it's the Most High that spoke this. This isn't of a man or a man's philosophy. This is what the Most High said. So all right. And then verse he goes in praise. So what's that part talking about? In praise.
Should we read it again?
Yeah, read that again.
And to make thee high above all nations which he hath made, in praise.
All right, stop. So what's that part talking about? High above all the nations in praise. No.
Is it meaning everybody's supposed to praise us because we're above all these other nations?
Yeah. So for instance, now with the Chinese, they have the Great Wall of China. People praise that. That's a good wall. But with us, we are high above them in praise. Why? We got the best basketball players, best football players, the best athletes. We got one long wall that just extends from the North China down to like the east. Big deal. You know what I mean? We are above them in praise. Next part.
And in name.
Right, the word name can mean representation. Above them in reputation as well. Our people, we love great things, a lot of inventions. We are above them in that too. Continue reading.
Lord thy God, as he has spoken.
Yes,
Sorry. And in honor.
And in honor, what does honor mean?
So that's revered.
So that we would keep man mean all these nations in, people respect the white man now and everyone else, but if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments, they would respect us. We would be respected above everybody else. No one wouldn't dare offend them, one of us. They'll be afraid, but obviously because we don't keep these commandments, people don't respect you. So it's important that now with that scripture, it's very racist scripture, but if you take it and you apply it to your taking to one another. Get me the next scripture. Get me in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 33 and 10.
Ecclesiasticus 33 and 10. And all men made him earth.
Every man is created from the ground, including us. Continue reading.
11. In much knowledge, the Lord
he has done what?
Them.
So he has divided them. You got the Chinese over here. You got a question?
Oh yeah, what scripture is it?
Well, that's the Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha.
Yeah, what chapter?
Chapter 33
Okay.
and verse 10. Read it again.
Sorry. Verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
Next verse.
In much knowledge, the Lord had divided them.
Yeah, so the Most High has divided them. You got the Chinese over here, Koreans over here, the Spanish, Dutch. Didn't the Most High divide this? Continue reading.
And made their
ways diverse. We like to eat, do certain things. Other people like to do some. We got the law, statutes, and the commandments. Other nations worship rock, stones. Their ways are diverse, meaning different from us. Continue reading.
12. Some of them have he blessed and exalted.
All right, stop. So who's the one that he has blessed and exalted?
Israel.
That's us, right? He's blessed us and exalted us. We are high above all these people on this earth. Now, imagine if we apply this to one another, all these commandments, that would basically do really good for us. So racism is not a bad thing. Just that the concept that people have racism is when you just attack someone else. But no, you're for your own people. We keep laws, and we know that this book is for like us. Up to the most required. Continue.
And some be sanctified.
And again, we know that that's on about us. We are close to Him. Why? Because we got those laws, statutes, and those commandments. Continue reading.
But some have been cursed and brought low.
All right. So give me an example. Who has been cursed and brought low?
Hamites, like Ethiopians, the big belly and flies in the eyeball. And, no.
Well, that's a good example. That's a good one there. Anybody else? Well, they're going to be cursed and brought. I mean, they're cursed already. They got black, cold, white skin. That's a curse already. But the time for them to be brought low. Anybody else?
We also got lower at the moment.
That's right. See, so some good examples there. And
10 out of their places.
and that's us. We're 10 out of our places. We went to Jerusalem, but because of our rebelliousness, we over here in the cold. Oh, okay, fine. I don't even try it there.
Is there that 10 minutes thing gone in?
Should be. Yeah, grab that. Alright. Yeah, verse 13.
13, yeah. Verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure.
Alright, so make me understand that part. Like, what is the Most High talking about here?
The same way how when you do pottery, you make your pot how you want it. It's in your power to turn it into a bowl and play with it however, fashion it how you
and the 17th verse.
17.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 17 and verse 17.
Ecclesiasticus 17 and 17. For in division of the nations of the for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. For Israel is the Lord's portion.
Yeah, so if you look at everyone else, they have a president above them. But for us, the Most High, the best of everything. Continue reading.
And giving him light of his love, does not forsake him.
All throughout the Bible, the Most High has never said this about anybody else. Continue reading.
19. Therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Yeah, so because we are the Most High's chosen people, all of our works are before Him. He doesn't care about anybody else. You know, they can do what they want, but with us, you know what I mean? It's very important that once that you're going up, you know, that's the reason why we get messed up in the way that we do, because basically He's always watching the works that we do. Continue reading, verse 20.
None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Lord.
Yeah, so because we're His chosen people, you know, your unrighteous deeds, they're always gonna He's always gonna be watching them. So there's no escape. And that's the standard that we are upon. No other people can claim that. So now, if we know the standard that we're on, and basically it's your obligation to keep these commandments, not something you do when you want. You know, that's something that we should always acknowledge too. Verse 21.
21. But the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
All right, make me understand verse 1.
Israel don't follow the commandments, but because the Lord is merciful and graceful, he didn't throw us away, even though he punished us. He spared us, like he mercy on us.
Yeah, so although so in obviously all throughout the book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and all throughout the Bible, Israel's always going off, but He's spared us. Really, a lot of us should have been dead, and really we shouldn't have another chance. But you know, because we're His chosen people, that's another chance. Skip to verse 24.
Verse 24. He granted them return and comforted those that failed in patience.
Yeah, so us being His chosen people, you know, them that returned, He granted them a return and comfort those that failed in patience, because you know how it is without people. We want it now, now, now. So, you know, sometimes us as the people we fail in patience, and you know, basically the Most High always has given us a chance to return. All right, drop that. Those Arabs, and you know, I mean, basically everyone hates us, and then we're hating one another too. So let's get into some like history on this. You know about like Jacob, Esau, Ishmael. So if you could get me the book of Psalms 105 and verse 6.
Five and six. Seed of heaven, ye children of Jacob is chosen.
Yeah, so we are His chosen. So yes, He had, you know, so yes, obviously in the book of Genesis, you know what I mean, it was sorry, it was Isaac, and it was the Ishmael. Yeah, it was them, but you know, with the promise, it went to Isaac. Continue reading.
Verse 7, He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth.
Continue reading.
He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
Yeah, so his word and his covenant with us for 1,000 generations. Now that don't literally mean count 1,000 generations, meaning with that covenant, it's always going to be with us. Continue reading.
Verse 9, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac.
Yeah, so that's showing you where the covenant went to Abraham, Isaac. Continue reading.
Verse 10, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
There, and then that's who it went to also as well. So now, anyone else claiming that they got some covenant, that's a lie. You're reading this right here. There's 3 people who the covenant went through. Continue reading.
Verse 11, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, which they were but a few men in number, yea, very few, and strangers in it. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
Yeah, so the Most High loved them that much that wherever they went and someone tried to do them wrong, he would defend them. Now, all throughout the Bible, no one else has got this. So, you know, again, with this racism, it does where you come, you know what the Most High has done for your people. That's what would bring us together. Now, you know, when people see white Christ and the disciple white, and they think this book ain't for them, you go into the other religions and they're hating one another and then trying to help the same people that was in that basically help your progression. And that's the problem that we have now. Now imagine if our people knew that basically, you know what I mean, with the Most High, he was defending them wherever their forefathers went. He was actually defending them. So any king, anyone that tried to do them wrong, it just wouldn't work. Continue reading.
Verse 15, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
They said there, do them no harm. So the Most High was defending them, and the same way he defended them, if you keep these commandments in return, he will defend you as well. So that's something that all of us need to understand. So let's get me Genesis 17.
Yeah. So okay, what verse do you want?
Verse 6, Genesis 17 and 6. So let's get into these promises.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 6. And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
Okay, so now this is part of the blessings that the Most High has given them, our ancestor Abraham. Okay, continue reading.
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee.
Okay, so now it's saying that with these promises, so with seed meaning the kids, basically with the kid is gonna have, so they're going to inherit that promise as well. Continue reading.
And I will give unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God.
All right, so now this is what these promises are about. So now we know what these promises are. Now, reading through it, now I don't know how much of you have read the whole book of Genesis, Exodus, Deuteronomy, and the book of Joshua. Who got the land?
Before we got it.
Yeah. Before we had the land, who had the land?
Canaan.
Canaan, which is what a family of Africans. And yeah, basically now in the book of Joshua, the Most High used Joshua to get them out of the land so that we can have it to possess and to hand on to and basically hand on to our kids too. Right, so now get Genesis 17. And yeah, skip to the 19th verse, Genesis 17 and 19.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 19. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him.
I will do what?
Establish my covenant with him.
Yeah, so now this is where the covenant is getting passed on from. He can establish his covenant with him. Continue reading.
For an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
That is now with the son that he's going to have, that's going to be passed on to him too. Skip to verse 20.
Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
All right, so now many people that read the Quran and they talk about the covenant, this is the verse that they like, but it's so silly because the verse above is telling you who the covenant went to, but they'll ignore that and skip to verse 20. Now, yes, now he got some blessings, and read verse 20 again.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly.
Yeah, so that's good. You know what I mean? He got some stuff, you know, he'll be he have lots of kids and all that. That's all good. Continue reading.
12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
And that's good because with the Ishmaelites, they'll be the so-called Arabs of today, and they're great. You know what I mean? You see all those 12-star hotels that they have out there. You know, lots of tourists going over there, resources. So yeah, they have got what the Most High said that they will get. But now read verse 21.
What my covenant will I establish with Isaac?
Do what?
What my covenant will I establish with Isaac?
Yeah, so they got the blessings, but at the end of the day, the covenant went to Isaac. Continue reading.
Which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
Alright, there. So that's it. So now, out of them two kids, Ishmael and Isaac got the covenant. So now, obviously, now you can read that in like your own time. Genesis 19, Genesis 20. Now go to Genesis 25 and verse 25. Now with Isaac, he's had his kids and they're going on.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25.
Actually, verse 24. Start from verse.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
All right, so now she has twins. Now these ain't like regular twins that look identical. There's a name for this. What's it called? Maternal twins, something like that. Maternal twin.
Identical and
Maternal or something like that. It's like twins which are not. It's like you got twins that can be identical, and you got twins that ain't identical. I mean, I've had some friends that they wasn't identical twins, but you know what I mean. They were twins, nonetheless. Continue reading.
And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
All right, so we're obviously now in this class we know Esau's the name for the so-called white man of today. So it came out red. You can watch it. Go online, look at a white baby being born. You know, his bloodshot, his skin is, and especially the green as well. They get very red. You know, from a light pink to a dark red. You can look that up. Continue reading.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Okay, so now from him now. Is all right. Start from verse 18. Got quite a bit to.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 18. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee. Sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me.
All right, there. So now, if you read up above, you know, basically with Rebecca, she basically told Jacob to basically kill an animal and like with the hair put it on him because with Esau he must be a really hairy man for him have to do that because he went to go catch an animal so that he could cook it for his dad and then he will get the blessings. So where you at?
Verse 20.
Okay, read that. Verse 20.
Verse 20. And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son?
So he shot like, bro, like you went out and you got that really quick because really, obviously, it's not him. At the time with Isaac, he was blind, so he's unaware of it too. Continue reading.
And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not.
So his dad, even though he's blind, is still a bit skeptical. Like, you know what? I'm not kind of believing you. So that's now with Esau, who's a very hairy man. So he wants us to touch his hand, see if it was him or not. Continue reading.
And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hand.
So he knew that it was Jacob's voice. Like, nah, man, you know what? You probably like of him is touch your hand and Esau, but your voice don't sound like him. It sounds like Jacob. So even after all that, it wasn't convinced. Which is like us today. Black people are hard to convince. You try to make a deal with them. Yeah, but are you sure? I want to make sure this is right, and then it can get very technical and long as well. Continue reading.
But the hands are the hands of Esau.
Continue reading.
And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him.
All right, so now it started to bless him. So now this is when he's going to receive that covenant. Continue reading.
And he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank.
All right, so before he blessed him, they sat down, drank some wine, and they ate. Continue reading.
And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son.
All right, so now this is where it's going to get the blessing. So they ate, and now like this is So now from verse 27, this is where it gets the. So from verse 27 on downside. This is where they get the blessings. Continue reading.
And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed.
Yeah, so with Esau, it must have been out quite a lot. Like, have you seen people, they're out a lot. And like with the cooks, they smell of grass and they smell, they got like very outside kind of smell. But with Esau, he had that too, so he must have been out hunting a lot and everything, which also is an attribute of the white man. So that can also be like a precept too. Continue reading.
Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
Also, read that part again, verse 29.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
All right, so that's the racism right there, bow down to you. Meaning what? You're better than them.
Other nations are bound to the nation that's gonna come out from him.
Yeah. So that's a racist statement right there. Remember, these blessings came from the Most High, from one son to another. So we're not racist people of our own opinion. This is what the Bible says. Continue reading.
Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Yeah, so when the Most High is with us, curse those that curse thee. So those that speak bad, you hope they die. I hope this that happens. They're going to be cursed, and those that bless us, meaning they talk big of us, they will be. So the Most High set one people above another people. Continue reading.
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
So that was close. So as soon as Jacob just left, Esau just come back. So as soon as he got the blessing, I mean, obviously the Bible don't say it. It probably just about as he come in the door, he just came out. You know, who knows the way that it went. Continue reading.
And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me.
So now he's coming unaware of all this. He's like, yeah, man, I've just cook something. You know what? I want to get this blessing. Continue reading.
And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
So now remember, now he's blind, so he's blind, and someone's like, yo, your blessing's like, who are you? Well, you mean like, what's up? Like, you already gave the blessing to someone else, and then someone else comes in the room like, well, I want to get the blessings. You're like, well, nah, like, you know what I mean? I've already handed the blessings to somebody else. Continue reading.
And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Where is he that have taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest.
All right, so why is he trembling?
We're not sure who gives the blessing. That too.
It's
So
true.
who is he that gives blessings?
Yeah, so he don't know that could have been the next door. That could have been just some random guy from next door. But you know, so that's why he's trembling. Like, I gave blessings like that to someone who I don't even know. Obviously, you know, we know that it was Rebecca that obviously helped out Jacob, but you know, by the time, remember, he's blind, he's unaware of it. Continue reading.
And have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father.
So he wanted something, you know what I mean? He wanted even at least one blessing, at least, because you know, obviously, any blessing from the Most High is a good thing. Continue reading.
And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said,
Also, so okay, now so from the other verse where he trembled, now in this verse he must have understood, like, yeah, it was your brother. So you know what I mean? So now he's put it together now. Continue reading.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
All right, so stop there. So if he took away his birthright and his blessings, then really, then why is he upset? Because remember, if you give away your birthright, that means, like, for instance, in the house that you may have, if you're the firstborn in the house, you have the birthright, meaning anything that is passed down, you're gonna get it. Now, if you sell your birthright to someone else, that means everything in the house now belongs onto that person. So really, then why is he upset? He sold his birthright, so you can't have it both ways. You can't sell the birthright and then at the end of it want the blessings too. Does everyone understand? All right, continue reading.
Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
So you know, it's very sad because you know, come on, everyone wants to get blessed, but it's too late. There ain't nothing you can do. You know what I mean? It's already got it. And also have in mind as well, this is what the most high wanted. This ain't just some crafty stuff that, you know what I mean, that he took just to take his blessings. But we're going to get into that soon as well, right? Verse 39.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
All right, so now he gave him blessing. So now his dwelling should be the fatness of the earth, meaning what? Everything he has is of the best of, like, this world. Meaning what? The white man has skyscrapers, goes on holiday, and some of the best resorts. So at one point in time, which is time that we are in, you know what I mean, they will get the fatness of this earth. Continue reading.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother.
So by the sword thou shalt live. We know white man World War One, World War Two, Spanish Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition, slavery by the sword shall they live. Everything is always war. Continue reading.
And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
There, and that's what we see. He's broke the yoke. He's broke the yoke that we had upon him. Basically, in the dark ages, we used to rule over white people, and now they broke that. Now they're above us. Next verse.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
All right, start right there. So that's why now a lot of white people don't like us. Some of them just don't know why. But of course, things can get passed on. So likewise, some white people, they may see you and you haven't done anything to them, but obviously it's the way how the Most High wanted it. They don't like us because even by the way how you walk, the way that you act, they just don't like you because it's just it's a spiritual thing. So now this is the root of where all this comes from. Continue reading.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob.
That's what they do. They slay us every kind of way. Abortions through the doctors, even for like the thing that we eat. They're trying to slay us. So this is where a lot of so-called racism comes from too. It all comes from the Bible. People inheriting blessings and etc. So is everyone with me so far?
Come on.
All right, get me Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44.
Daniel 2 verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
All right, so make me understand that part there. It should not be left to other people.
Meaning that when our kingdom set up, there'll be no more Chinese government, what's it called? EU, UN. It's going to be an independent Israelite only kingdom.
That's right. So that's racism too. In this kingdom, yes, the white man runs it, but China does their thing, and the white man tries to sometimes have his own word in it. They basically try to keep it to themselves. But when Yahushua returns, this kingdom is only for us. We're gonna rule over everybody. And again, that's racism right in there. He's not saying everyone's gonna have their part. It's not gonna happen. Continue reading.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yeah, so it's going to break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. So every other kingdom, if they're not following these laws, they're going to be broken down. No more Buddha, Islam, or anything. You know what I mean? Basically, when Christ returns, ain't gonna be any more other religions. Ain't gonna be no freedom of speech. You know what I mean? You're either following one way or you're gonna die. That's That's it. And get me Daniel the 7th chapter and the 18th verse. Daniel 7 and 18.
Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Yeah, so now that's racism because every other kingdom has had their time. Back with the Babylonians, they were around for like 300 years. Persian and the Medes, 300 and a little bit more. The Greeks, roughly the same. And with the Roman Empire, that's the longest one now. But with this kingdom, it's going to stand for ever and going to last. So that's based in there. Everyone else's kingdom only lasts for a time, but the kingdom that Christ has prepared for like us, that's always going to stand. Now that alone is racism because if the Most High loved them, everybody. Shouldn't their kingdom have had been around the same amount of time too? All right, that's that. All right, get me Revelations 2 and 26.
The book of Revelations chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
And that's a racist statement right there. That's racist. That's saying like basically, if you endure to the end, he'll give him power over the nations. Meaning what? You're gonna have power over the Chinese, over the white man, Indians, Vietnamese, Congolese, Senegalese. Basically, I mean, you're going to be above everybody else. That's a race statement there. So people all talk about Christ, you know what I mean? He loves everyone. But this is in red writing here, and Christ saying for us, if we do this, we will have power above those people. So that's a racist statement right there. You got a question?
I don't have it.
Okay. So now get me John 15 and 16. You know, some people say that, well, you're using these scriptures for your own personal use, you know, for trying to uplift yourself. But let's go to what Christ said, John 15 and 16.
John chapter 15, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
You have what?
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen
Christ that chose us. It wasn't nothing that we've gone to the Bible, we're twisting stuff to make it go onto us how like we want it to go. With Christ, he chose us. And also that goes into us even here. You know, we're not in the truth because we're smart or it just sounded good unto us. It's because with Christ, he chose you. Continue reading.
and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you.
Yeah, so that's what we do. We have been chosen and to bring forth fruit. Now, what's that fruit?
Deeds and works.
Deeds and works. So now, when you bring people in, that's a fruit, and that it should remain, and that with that person they should remain. You know, some people don't. So, but you know, that's what Yahushua wants to bring people in that remain and continue in the works. Also, as well, get me Psalms 33 and 12.
Psalms 33 and 12. Yea, I attended unto you, and behold, there was none of you that.
Psalms 33 and 12.
Don't worry about it. Psalms chapter 33, verse 12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord.
So there now, so that's a race statement too. Bless whose nation whose God is the Lord. Meaning what? Every other nation's God is not the Most High. Some people's gods are rocks or some carved up piece of wood that they made. So you know, again, that's another racist statement. Continue reading.
And the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance.
There, and we're blessed the people who he has chose for his own inheritance. So again, that's another racist statement. All throughout the Bible, you will find these. So with the Christian church, we try to make it this rainbow coalition, but again and again, the Bible is telling you this. But as much as we read through this, if only our people understood it, you know, we would come back together and we would use racism in a right way to base what build up one another. The next scripture, get me Leviticus 25 and 55.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants, they are my servants.
Okay, so now what does that mean?
That the Israelites are both our servants, meaning they're the ones that do his work.
That's right. So basically, no one else can do the work of the Most High. So I don't care if you see some white evangelist on the street. He's not doing the work of the Most High. Only people that can do it is like us. Continue reading.
For unto me the children of Israel are servants, they are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
Yeah, so we are the servants of the Most High, not anybody else. Now skip up to verse 44.
Verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
Yeah, so we can't have each other as slaves, but with our slave, they could be of the people around about us. So we couldn't treat one another bad, but you can do it to them. Continue reading.
Of them shall you buy bondmen and bondmaids.
So of them shall you buy. Pick a nice word. Of them shall you buy slaves. So we can't be doing that to one another. That's a racist statement there. You're saying my people, you can't do that unto them, but unto somebody else you can. Continue reading.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
So even of their families, so you can't buy their family. So when they have a son, their son's born, even their son's gonna work for you as well. They have a daughter, that daughter's gonna work for you as well. Continue reading.
Verse 46. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you.
And when you die, those slaves, they get passed on to your kids as well. Continue reading.
To inherit them for a possession.
For what?
To inherit them for a possession.
So what is a possession?
Something you own. Something you own.
Yeah, it's something that you own, like your car is your possession. You turn it on, park it, reverse it. You do what you want. Likewise, with them, you can do the same thing too. Continue reading.
They shall be your bondmen forever, but over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor.
Yeah, so we can't do that. So now, with your own brother, yes, they can work for you, but how you would treat a slave, you can't do him that kind of way. Does everyone understand? So that's a racism right there, meaning you can treat one people a certain way and another you cannot. All right, get me Psalms 147 and 19.
Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
So that's another race statement, meaning what? With this word, it's only given unto one people. So, you got like white so-called scholars, they've been to Jerusalem since an artifact. So the one saying that he's only given his word unto us, not to any other people. And as for their judgments, they don't know them. Now we obviously know the judge of the Most High. We're over here in the United Kingdom, working hard, being oppressed. That's a judgment of the Most High. So does everyone understand that?
No.
Give me Psalms, the 78th chapter, and verse 5. Psalms 78 and 5. Just a precept to go with that as well.
Psalms chapter 78, verse 5. For he established the testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
Yeah, so basically he established a testimony in Jacob and a law in Israel. Now that's not everybody. So these laws and these testimonies only apply to us. Now we know what a law is. What's a testimony? Now when you go to court and to go, his testimony is such and such and such. What's a testimony? A statement. A statement. So yeah, so this is Isaiah, Jeremiah. That's the testimony. So these testimony of gospels, these in church we would like to break it down. Give me Baruch in the Apocrypha 3 and 36.